Your reality is shaped by who you trust. The reason we believe the things that we're taught is either it's a fact backed by evidence, or we like the ideas shared by the individual. Which means that there are only two genders, and the people with they, them in their bio are just trying to fit in. We're taught by society to go to school, go to college, get a degree, get a job, work as much as possible, consume, retire at 60, live your 3 years with your retirement fund, and then after all that, die. The world doesn't want free thinkers who subscribe to the idea of success. I believe being a free thinker is someone who can understand what they're being taught and then decide whether it's a lie or it's actually good for them. Kind of like the cough, jab, stay 1.5 meters away at all times, but if you're eating, sit right next to me. You would think after giving 13 years of your life to school that you would come out the other end being set up for the real world, but the only thing I learned was
asking to take a piss is the stupidest shit of all time.
the school system doesn't teach you the information to be successful. They just teach you to sit there and shut up. You can talk so as long as you put your hand up, but the only way you're going to get chosen is if you're that girl at the front with the fancy markers and the highlighters to make her page look as expressive as possible to show her uniqueness. I think the reason it's so easy to believe what we're taught in school is because we don't have the exposure to outside information apart from the news, and we all know that the news has absolutely no agenda whatsoever. Having to sit there for 7 hours a day and consume the information that is taught to us by people who are there for a bag is no way to learn at all. We believe what we're taught because we don't know any better. But we trust that the school systems have our best interests at mind, but all they teach us is just to become a 9-to-5er. So when Tyler the Creator said, kill people, burn shit, and fuck school, I can agree with 1/3 of that. Whatever misconceptions I had about the world systems giving us the best foot forward are gone. I didn't think the world and the way that you view things would be so self-navigated. Once you're out of school, the way that you program your brain is completely your decision. You can believe that being gender fluid is representing you, and you can believe that plus size models are empowering, but it's all up to you what you believe, because there's no underpaid teachers coming to show you algebra anymore. To be teachable is important. Bruce Lee talks about being water, but I've never understood that past the point of adapting to whatever we see around us and the beliefs of other people, and not letting it cloud your judgment
Too much.
It's hard to believe that the world systems that are in place to give you the least opportunity possible, but we're all too busy scrolling and vaping to give a shit. Adopting this view of the world that everyone who's in charge is corrupt is probably a negative way to view the world, but all in all, it's helped me. It's helped me to look at someone's achievements and how their life is going and thinking, I don't want your life, so I'm just not taking your advice. This doesn't mean I've adopted a mentality of fuck everyone. It just means I respect myself enough to want the best for myself, and I'll judge you based off the advice that you're giving me. You're not taking fitness advice from Lizzo, but I'm sure she could tell me how to make a great song. Sometimes. Only believe what has a positive impact on your life, otherwise you'll end up with a nihilistic view of the world that will only flood into the beliefs of the people around you. Believe what makes you happy, but take advice with a grain of salt. That was fucking corny.